Welcome to Awario Marketing Talk, a podcast where we uncover digital marketing secrets.
Welcome to Awario Marketing Talk. I'm your host Anna. I create content at Awario, and today I'm joined by my co-host Lina.
Hello guys!
Today we are talking about marketing campaigns, in particular analyzing marketing campaigns. I have a very controversial statement to start with today.
What's that?
Well, marketing is 50% creativity and 50% crunching numbers.
That's controversial indeed. I think marketing is often seen as this glamorous profession that's all about creativity and ideas. You don't see much statistics in Mad Men.
Yeah, you don't see Don Draper calculating conversion rate or something like that. Outside of TV, marketing is still a very creative and exciting field, but all our creative endeavors should be supported by hard data.
I agree with you. It's not a place for guessing games. When you're running any marketing campaign, you need to analyze it to a T.
Yeah, and I think every marketer knows that they need to analyze campaign, but maybe they are not sure why. What are some reasons you are guided by when you analyze marketing campaigns?
Okay, firstly, campaign analysis helps you understand if the campaign actually worked. Now look, usually when planning a campaign you set certain goals, and once the campaign ends, obviously you need to analyze if the goals were met.
Yeah, that seems logical. And the metrics you analyze will depend on the campaign goal, but there are some metrics that will be important each time.
For example, what?
Well, initially a marketer should understand how many people the campaign reached. This quantitative metric helps to see how popular your campaign was. For this, you need to check out two metrics.
And what are those?
Reach and impressions.
Yes, these are major ones for social media.
Yeah, marketers always pay attention to them. And most social media platforms provide this data. You can take all the posts related to the campaign and add up the number of impressions on them.
So there is no need for some specific marketing tools.
Yeah, but there is a little hack where tools can come in handy.
Really? What's that?
Well, the campaign posts aren't the only thing to check. Your followers and, for example, influencers you collaborate with might also talk about your campaign. Well, influencers hopefully do since you're paying them for it. And they reach their followers, so you need to check for those as well. Of course, you don't have access to analytics of other social media users.
Yeah, but marketers can request this data. It's common practice when you collaborate with influencers.
Yeah, you're right. But what if an influencer, even a small one, posts about your campaign out of their own volition and you don't have an arrangement or a collaboration with them? Or your ad goes viral and people share it online? Or maybe you run a campaign based on user-generated content and you need to check all these posts from random social media users. How do you find reach for them?
Yeah, I guess you're right. That sounds complicated though.
Actually, it's really simple. You just need a social listening tool. For example, Awario shows you how many people saw your campaign and related hashtags, slogans, or links that other people shared. All you need to do is create a campaign monitoring alert.
I think we need to explain how to do that in Awario.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Take it away.
Okay, to create a campaign monitoring alert, you need to sign up for a free Awario trial. That literally takes 1 minute to put in your email. Then you add everything you want to track. Keywords, hashtags, slogans, personalities, the name of the ad, and some catchphrases.
Yeah, and you can also add your landing page URL. It helps to find people that link to your campaign.
Yeah, you were right. It's not as complicated as it seems. Okay, I think everything about the reach is clear. What is the next metric to track?
Well, now that we know how many people we reached, we need to understand who are the people we reached.
Yeah, right, target audience.
Uh-huh.
Marketers always emphasize its importance.
Yeah, and it is important, but sometimes our intended audience doesn't coincide with the actual audience of our campaign. That's why we need to check data points such as demographics, psychographics, and online behavior.
And social media provides this data, right? I know Twitter turned off the audience tab recently, but Facebook, Instagram, and other offer a lot of audience analytics.
Yeah, you're right. For some of them, you can even check the data for individual posts. And of course, social listening gives you access to this data as well. I already mentioned that Awario shows you the reach of your campaign, but it also provides the audience analytics. It shows you the age, gender, location, languages, and social media platforms of your audience.
That sounds awesome. And what if we find out that the audience we planned for doesn't match the actual audience we reached?
Well, here we can ask ourselves, why didn't we reach the intended target audience? What were the mistakes? Was this channels or maybe our messaging? And the answer will help you in the next campaign. And also we can pat ourselves on the back for finding a new exciting audience segment for our product.
That's of course if the audience we did reach liked the campaign.
Yeah, and that brings me to my next metric, impact. We need to know why the campaign worked. Here we want to understand what aspects of the campaign resonated with people.
That can be figured out in different ways. For instance, by checking engagement on social media posts. The campaign posts with higher engagement will show you what aspects of the campaign caused the biggest reaction.
Yeah, that's a great tip. The comments are extremely important here. People often talk about what they liked and disliked in the comments. You can write down phrases that you see a lot for further analysis.
I have a hunch that social listening can help here as well.
And you're right. Maybe you can tell us how exactly we could use social listening to learn about the campaign's impact.
Well, the topic cloud and sentiment analysis can help you. Topic cloud shows you what people say about a campaign most often, and sentiment analysis shows you how they felt about it, their emotions. Or you can also just check all the conversation Awario found and study them.
So, social listening lets you understand what makes people talk about your campaign and what exactly they say.
Yeah, additionally, you can check which social media channels worked and which didn't in Awario. For example, it can show you that most of your online buzz came from Reddit.
Oh, this platform is quite difficult to track without social media monitoring.
It's indeed. Reddit is tricky. They really don't like marketers there.
Unless you are on a marketing subreddit, of course.
Oh, I think they had marketers who are trying to market even more there. So, is there anything else to campaign analysis we didn't mention?
Let me think. We mentioned influencers, but didn't really talk about them, did we?
No, we didn't.
So let's do it.
Okay.
I think it's better to actually describe them as campaign amplifiers. These are people and platforms that have an audience which they can influence.
So these are micro and macro influencers, bloggers, industry media, and so on.
Yeah, right, sure. You can find them manually using a traditional approach, like Googling and scrolling through websites and social media, but I would recommend using social listening tools here. They just do it quicker.
Yes, most social listening tools offer influencers reports with recommendations. For example, Awario collects all the influential accounts and websites talking about your campaign in one place. You can easily know who said what and how it affected your campaign.
Yeah, you're right. So I think that's it. These are the campaign analysis basics. Once a marketer discovered all these data, it is time to make up a campaign report.
You should include key points like target audience, campaign's reach, its strengths and weaknesses, what people mentioned the most. Based on these data, decide what you want to tweak in your next campaign. Your audience, channels, or maybe your message.
Yeah, this approach to campaign analysis is fairly easy to use. Of course, there is more to it, and a lot of details will depend on a specific campaign, but this is a framework you can apply in every case.
Yeah, if you have any campaign analytics hacks, leave them in the comments or tweet them at us.
And don't forget to join us next time when we talk more about marketing hacks and secrets. And until then, happy monitoring and analyzing.
Goodbye!
Thank you for listening to Awario Marketing Talk. Hit the subscribe button if you are new to our talks. If you are a long-term listener, do not forget to like, comment, and share. Leave the questions down below if you want us to cover some specific topic. Stay tuned for our updates.